Hi Cancer, it's Karen here. I thought I'd jump on and do a reading for you for August energies. I know it's nearly halfway through August. I've done some, but I've been busy working, so now I'm able to do some more. So what we're going to do is just a spread to see where your energies are, what blocks you have and how you can release them and what the outcome is. So standing in the first, well, should I say sitting in the first spot is the Queen of Cups, which is a water card and related to Cancer, being a water sign. So what I get here is that you are starting to feel the feels. You've always felt the feels. You've always felt your own intuition. But here I see you wanting to dive in a little bit deeper. You don't just want to have surface vibes anymore. You want to sort of go a little bit deeper. Emotionally, you want to sort of take charge of your emotions and not allow them to carry you away. Because at times they have, when you've thought what was intuition, has been your emotions, been up there sort of, sabotaging you in the decisions that you've wanted to make. But now I feel that you're really starting to discern a lot more. You're not carrying the heavy loads anymore like you used to. You're starting to sort of refine your friendship group, refine down. You know what you don't want, so you're starting to refine that down. It has been quite a burdensome time for you, but getting through the month of August, which is a heavy period as well, because we've got the Lion's Gate we had it on the 8th, and we're still going through the energies here. There's an eclipse on the 12th, and there's also some other astrological aspects coming up too. I'm not really into astrology, but I just hear what's sort of, happening and try to relate that to the energies that are coming in onto Earth at this time and what's around us. But there will be a time in August that you're going to sort through and refine things to make it so much easier to get your balance back. You will feel a lot more balanced. You had an idea in the past, and that is now starting to open up for you. So it's not as if it's gone. It's not, not around you anymore. But it is something that you've been working towards. You have gained more wisdom through what you've been through. I feel that you've been through a bit of a hard couple of months. The past couple of months have been a little bit hard on you. Where you've had to sort of basically close up shop. You've had to sort of really, and you could feel it sort of tighten yourself up. Cancer being like the crab, they're soft on the inside and they've got a hard shell on the outside, and they know when to, use that hard shell and close up and not allow anyone in. But you are now sort of beginning to develop a lot more discernment than what you did have previously. There is a cycle ending for you. I was actually doing a reading about closure, completion, and the world, which was quite interesting. That is now coming up in your reading here. So there is closure coming up, allowing for old energies to disperse and be released. You're not going to be as fixed as you were anymore in some ideals that you had. So your mental thinking, the way of thinking, is not going to be as rigid anymore. You become a little bit more flexible, whether it is by refining down your friendship group or refining down what you want in your life, which has allowed that flexibility to come through, which is really great. So it's almost as if your body's doing a bit of a sigh. It's kind of like, okay, now that's over. Now I know, because you can see that new pathway opening up for you. So the total outcome of what's happening here for you is there's the Hanged Man. So you're seeing things in a whole new way. A lot of old identity has been removed. a lot of old ideas have shifted. You've transmuted a lot of energies. As I say, from becoming a bit more defined and refined in who you are, has allowed this new definition to come through. So good work, Cancer. Let's have a look and let's do some confirming for this World card, the ending. Let's see what's coming up for the World. Okay, the Muse of Emotions. Exactly what I was mentioning before with Cancer being, you know, sort of tightening up a little bit more and not allowing the emotions to come out. As you can see, there's an actual, by it looks, it could be my eyes, but that looks like there's a couple of crabs on here as well. And the wave coming through. It's something that you had to do, sort of close yourself up. And not allow your emotions to take control or take hold. But it's something, and also looks like a hamburger as well, but it looks looks like a crab, and being the Muse of Emotions, which is kind of like, you know, the cups as well. So it is all about your emotions and how you've had to tighten up. And now you're releasing, you're starting to go back into the flow again. I think that has to do with the completion card here. And also looking, you know, there's new perspectives coming through, looking at new things. Oh, my mouth is not talking as much as what the information's coming through. So you're going to go back into the flow and you're going to start giving to yourself. You're not giving, you're only going to give a little bit to the others, but you're going to give a lot to yourself. So that's confirmation there for the new cycle that's going to come through. Let's take a look at this 10 of Wands and see what's coming through there. And being the 10 of Wands also, that's a completion, letting go of heavy burdens. So that's a completion in that cycle as well, which is really good. So it used to be all go, 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 let's help this person, that person, you know. Don't leave yourself last. Always put yourself first. Because, you know, you got to think, if you keep helping everyone, there's nothing wrong with helping everyone. But you got to make sure that your cup is full first. Once your cup is full, then you can give to others whatever's left. It's an admirable thing to help others, but what do we have? Okay, so we have the Four of Voices, which is kind of like the Four of Swords. So again, self-care ritual. You can see the images coming out of her eyes. I mean, it's not swords poking in her eyes, but it's the visions coming out. And it's visualizing yourself a new path, which is you've visualized that previously, and now it's coming through again. So self-care, definitely. Making sure your cup's full before you help others. And balance, keep yourself in balance. Because again, if you give too much to someone, you're out of balance. You've got to wait until you're filled up before you can start over. That's how come, you know, some people just get totally exhausted because they just give. There's nothing left in the tank. But your vision is here. Once you've dealt with the situation here, defined and refined yourself a bit more, then your vision will surely come into better focus. And it is coming into focus. So there you go, Cancer. Let's have one more look. Look at the Hanged Man, the outcome of the Hanged Man. Yeah, I thought I was nearly ready to, but then I could feel something shift and go, no, let's just do one more. Since we're late and we haven't done a reading for you for quite some time, but let's have a look and see what is the outcome of the outcome. The outcome of the Hanged Man. Okay. Thought it was that one that wanted to stay. Okay. What do we got? The Knight of Voices. Looks pretty cool. So again, having a new perspective. You're basically going to be flying high above the clouds You're not in the clouds where your vision is blurred. You're above the clouds. You know where you're going. You know what you need, and you're going to fly there to get it. So it's, you're going to get a like an eagle's point of view, bird's eye point of view, except a horse eye point of view. And horses are just so magnificent creatures. So you're going to get a horse eye, bird's horse eye point of view at where you're going. So you're going to get a better vision. It's all about the vision. Stick with the vision, because it's going to keep building and building. So there you go, Cancer. It looks like a fantastic month for you for August, and I will see you later. Take care.